let my emotions take over. I didn't care enough about myself.
No, you've helped your kids clean up their diet
Right.
a lot.
And that started with me. So I was having some heart-to-hearts that sting.
Mm-hmm.
Before my turnaround, I get offended if I'm not in line with reality. A little over a year ago, I told you I want to be able to get up and off the ground. The coach told me, we'll fix all that. It's getting it done for me.
That's really cool.
I'm joining a competition team. I'm becoming stronger every day. Small injuries don't distract me or make me feel like giving up. Stop. Take a step back and observe what is going on.
Hey,
Hello.
buddy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah. Great to be here.
I would like to say you're my inaugural guest at the home facilities, but technically no. I've had a couple other people here, but I will say you are, sorry, Brandon and Joe, let's call you the grand opening of the home recording facility. And dude, I'm just so happy to have this chance to sit down and have a talk with you. You've had like a remarkable transfer. Well, first of all, dude, we've been friends for a long time. Almost 10 years now, right?
Almost 10 years.
Oh, do you want to go into how we met? I can go into it, or I can let you go into it. It's up to you.
You fill in if I leave anything out.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
That's what I like to do.
Okay, so we met because of our kids.
Yep.
They were enrolled in the same preschool class.
Yep.
And we noticed we were from the same town.
Both recent transplants to here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you were like, we're definitely hanging out.
Well,
and I just kind of let it happen.
I needed to make a friend, and no one else would make friends with me. You were the only one nice enough.
I needed to make a friend, and you are nice enough.
Yeah.
You happen to be really great, and Rebecca's really great, and we all became friends at the same time.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, fast forward many years later. And I guess, the reason why I invited for you to talk here today, though, is over the last year, you've lost a tremendous amount of weight. Is that right? Naturally? Yes. Let's use the word naturally, because that should be included in the conversation.
Correct. So, yeah, naturally. It's been moving more, fasting, having conversations with myself about the calories that I'm consuming, the amount that I'm consuming. These are things that I didn't think about, that I just kind of maybe told myself I would think about throughout the day. But then I started actually doing it and reminding myself. And it's still not 100, but it's enough to show me that that's the way to do it. I've got to talk to myself. I've got to set myself straight throughout the day, every day.
How much weight have you lost in this last year?
65 pounds.
Wow, buddy. That's incredible. Yeah, and moving more, I know that I've seen you in this moving more phase before, though. Like when I met you, you were, what was that name of that?
It was called the 6-week total transformation.
And that was that was a really intense program, right?
Very intense.
Was that kind of like CrossFit before CrossFit was CrossFit?
It was CrossFit before CrossFit was CrossFit.
Yeah, I guess CrossFit wasn't the first people to figure out just smoke your your trainee for how long were the sessions?
They were an hour each, and they were 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And you had to commit to 5 to 6 days.
And what was a session like?
Well, you would have you would have about 20 to 40 people in each class, and we would all do the same exact exercise at our hardest intensity.
Okay. And they had heart rate monitors, is that right?
Heart rate monitors.
You had to be in the zone or something like that?
You had to be in the zone. So, it reminds me of the Orange Theory fitness.
Yeah, dude. It was an intense program.
Yeah, so I kept up with that for as long as my dollar stretched.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, this should be free. I should be able to lift these things, and then I didn't do it because I wasn't being pressured by money.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. But in a way, even if you had to fork out that much money, and that's, hey, God bless anybody where that's not a lot of money to. That's a lot of money to most people I know, right?
Right.
And but also though, you did get an education in training.
Yes.
It wasn't
form with lifting.
What's that?
I have great form with lifting.
Nice.
Even to this day, if I try to train, that's something that people, because I look like I have a beginner body, like I don't have much muscle. It doesn't look like I'm
Sleeper, you got a sleeper body?
So that's funny. I will go to like a few of those boot camp classes anytime I can get to some that are, promos or whatever. And the trainers expect me to not be able to, so lift properly. And they'll normally comment on that, if anything. Not like, oh, you lift heavy, or, oh, do it this way. It's always like great form.
Right.
Keep it up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, so that was like an hour a day, 6 days a week. That's what that was?
Yeah.
And then I credit Mr. Bell, my buddy Mark, for teaching me myofascial release. But if I had to kind of look back, the very first sort of exposure I got to it was you using a kettlebell to work out the muscles and the tendons and the fascia and stuff like that when we first met. So you've known that for a while. Did you learn that there, or did you learn that
somewhere? Was a tip from their trainers there. They had a class there called recovery class. So it would be like another 45 minutes to an hour of only recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And that was usually held Saturdays after Friday, which was like the hardest day there. And every day is leg day. Every day is leg day. Every day is leg day.
I knew there was a reason why I never wanted to join that program. Where's my chest day, bro? Where is my tricep pull downs? Anyways, gym bro jokes. I think it should be said a couple of things. One, you were were you in your 20s or 30s?
30s.
Early 30s, right?
Yes.
So the body felt pretty good going through that much, because that's a pretty intense program they had. How'd the body feel going through it? Were you on full couch potato status when you first joined up, or were you a little bit kind of residual being active as a young adult?
I was motivated because I had just had a baby.
Okay.
So my kid was a year old, and I still wanted to, get healthy as I could and slim down as much as I could. But I still didn't have that foundation of wanting to be healthy. I just wanted to look better. I just wanted to feel better for a little bit. But I actually want to look better, feel better, operate better, move better forever. So that's why, things have changed from then to now.
So, I mean, fast forward, life got busy, money ran tight. You sort of, I'm not trying to be like...
Yeah, no, it's just kind of the same old story, the reason, the excuse, the same old thing.
Yeah.
Money ran tight. I wasn't motivated anymore. I settled in. I let my emotions take over. I didn't care enough about myself to kind of take a step back and observe. Like, hey, what's going on? And
like, I can say this probably, dude, honestly, we love each other. I've had very few best friends, and I've only had a couple of like female friends in my life. Anyone watching this, whether you're a dear friend of mine, so I can take a little bit of a liberty to say this. We probably both got to our heaviest we'd ever been a few years ago. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it just, we can say homeschooling our kids. We can say this. We can say reasons. But at the end of the day, they're just excuses, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't want to admit that to yourself, but you do. And that's what I mean. Let's take a step back and really observe what's going on with ourselves.
Yeah.
In every situation, right? This applies to everybody. Kids, adults, everybody.
Yeah.
People that haven't learned to do it, give it a shot.
You raise an interesting point with kids, though. I have sort of discovered that the first 3 or 4 years of being a parent, I really was still very somewhere between I didn't know any better, and somewhere between I really didn't get the consequences of not knowing any better. Like, I kind of knew better, but I didn't really get how important it was. I just was undervaluing the damage of a bad diet.
Yeah.
And it was sort of an awakening for me. I know, like, your kids are lean now. You've helped your kids clean up their diet a lot.
And that started with me. Started with me caring a lot more, me understanding the consequences a lot more. Right. Did I cut you off?
No.
Okay. So with Jordan, and you do bring up a good point, Jordan, in the matter of a year, has lost 20 pounds. He's 11 years old.
And he was just sort of on the other side of chunky. He was just starting to get a little heavy, right? I mean, if we're...
he was a little past that point.
Yeah, I can't say that about someone else's kid, but you know what I'm saying.
He was past that point of a little bit chunky.
Yeah.
His clothing around needed to get him a bigger size, and pants hemmed by a lot. That's not a correct body proportion for his age. I noticed some kind of bathroom habits he was having, and I'm like, okay, let me get his lab work done. He was pre-diabetic with that lab work.
At what age?
10.
10 years old,
Yes.
pre-diabetic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, or he was getting close to that level.
Yeah.
So we made some changes. I really took him every day. I took him every day to taekwondo.
Well, there you go. Let me sort of introduce that. Mm-hmm. So you had a turnaround.
Yes.
And how long ago was this turnaround?
This turnaround began last year in January, but didn't really begin until April.
So we're just really cruising in about a year and some ramp-up change right now.
Yes.
And yes, you said it right there. What sort of ignited this change in your life?
I've had some good influences around. Friends that don't want to give you the flowery pep talks. They want to tell you how it is.
The straight shooters.
Straight shooters, and those...
Don't pull no punches.
Those heart-to-hearts that sting.
Yeah.
So I was having some heart-to-hearts that sting about my health. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want it to be a sensitive subject. So I went into that open-hearted. Mm-hmm. It's the only way I could. Otherwise, I feel like I would have shut down. I would have tried to make myself feel better with maybe drive-through Baskin Robbins or something.
Sure.
Because somebody just told me I need to shape up.
Yeah.
Or somebody just told me I need to stop being lazy. Because that's a choice. For me, based on my situation, being lazy is a choice.
Now, maybe I'm a little bit of two minds of this, but obviously, dude, love sometimes can be tough, right?
Yes.
Do you think if it was from someone that wasn't already sort of invested in your life, do you think if it was just like rando YouTuber, do you think, or influence gal or someone you looked up to, that maybe a musician that inspires you or something like that, do you think if they looked at the camera and just said, hey, to all my fatty fans, I love you and you need to stop doing it, do you think you'd get the same juice, or do you think
Yes.
you'd be more inclined to be a little offended by that?
You're only...
Before your turnaround.
Before my turnaround, I get offended if I'm not in line with reality.
Yeah, that's really deep, dude.
So, yes, the advice, I can look at you, the person who told me can look at anybody and say the same things, like in a YouTube type of situation.
Yeah.
Hey, take care of yourself. This is important. Take a step back, observe what you're doing, and get it together.
Yeah.
The old me, I would be in tears. How could you? I'm doing my best. And
The old you.
yeah. The old me, and even me, and even the new me sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just doing my best. I'm just having a bad day. Let me have my donut.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not true. Did I need it? No, it was just kind of added on to the end of the day. I didn't need that at all.
Yeah.
Say I had that in the morning, and then I decided to compensate by not having the whatever at lunch, or the whatever at dinner time, or the whatever before bed. Then I would feel okay with that decision.
Yeah.
I would feel okay with that. I'm not depriving myself.
Sure.
Never at one point in time did I need $3,000 worth of 3,000 calories worth of milkshake. Never at one
not really,
point.
huh? No.
Never. No. Even after like 3 bites, it gets kind of sweet and old now.
Did you find Taekwondo, or did Taekwondo find you? Like, were you like, I need to find exercise
Taekwondo
for the boys?
found me.
Yeah, so you found it for the boys, and then it found you for you. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so grateful for this school because they have programs to help with kids that need a little extra, attention,
right.
need a little extra instruction.
I mean, it can be a classroom environment for exercise, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So we have many adults there who already are prepared to deal with little kid energy of all sorts.
Yeah.
I felt really safe and comfortable there.
Yeah.
And not only that, it just looked like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It looked like a ton of fun. After a few months, I joined with their family plan.
Oh, that's sick.
Yes. So the two boys have tuition and I have no tuition.
Oh, wow.
So I'll tell you this, I'm not wagering my $600, my $1,000.
That was real money.
That was real money.
Yeah.
I'm not wagering anything
Yeah.
to join these programs, to join my current taekwondo lessons. I go every day if I can. They're not open on Saturdays and Sundays. They will be open for instruction on Saturdays because I'm trying out for team intensity.
Oh.
And if I make it, which I feel like I will, just because the coach slipped up when I asked him about it, he's like, you'll most likely make it. I mean, I forgot what I was saying. So I think I'll make it.
Yeah.
I got to go to tryouts.
Yeah.
I'll be able to train for a few extra hours on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Like specifically for the things I would compete in tournaments.
And I sometimes get irritated because it sounds like these guys are sometimes they just really take you
It's true.
to the limits and beyond. I'm like, don't let these young kids that have never learned what it's like to limp in the morning, like, take you too far. And I keep saying, like, joints don't recover fast as as muscles. Soft tissue takes longer to heal. Soft tissue takes longer.
You do mention a lot of the...
I nag.
Yeah.
You're so polite. It's out of love, and I'm a warrior. I can't help it. How has it been different for you, or has it been the same? What has it been like for you, though?
Well, as you were describing that, what came to mind was some comment that I made to you a little over a year ago. I told you I want to be able to get up and off the ground. I
Yes.
could not get up and off the ground.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be able to do that, and I wanted to do that sporadically throughout the day. Get up and off the ground 10 times.
Yes.
Get up and off the ground 30 times.
Yes.
And that turned into what we are today, because now I can do... Yesterday I was practicing my spin hook kicks over and over.
It's so great.
My butterfly crescent kicks over and over.
Okay.
And I'm feeling great about this. I vertical now.
Okay.
I can jump.
Yeah.
I do jump rope now.
Yeah.
A really great promise that I didn't believe at the time before I joined was the coach told me, we'll fix all that. Because I told him, I don't know if I can join. I have terrible sciatic pain that I can't walk. I limp. I have degenerative disc disease.
You have some scoliosis.
I have scoliosis. Yeah. I have no ACL on one side. I have no MCL on the other, and a torn meniscus.
Yeah, you had a pretty bad accident as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just my posture, I just wasn't very mobile. And he said, we'll fix all that.
Yeah.
Promise.
Yeah.
It was true. It was true. Me pushing through the limping, because there were days that I limped. There were days where my knee kind of fell out of place, and I sat straight down on the mat, and I needed a rest for a week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am pushing through things that I feel I can, and resting when I should. I have a broken toe right now.
Oh, okay.
So that's another comment. I made a friend with a 73-year-old boxer that trains with one of the taekwondo coaches at our gym, at our dojo. And he goes to church with me, and he said, as long as you know you will break every toe and every finger, you won't be afraid to do it. Just keep going.
Crazy.
Get some medical tape the bad one to the good one, and keep going.
Okay. Hey, life is not free. Life comes at a cost, man. You have to pay the entrance fee to get healthy. That's a good cost. Wow. What have the non-scale victories been like for you, and what have been some non-scale victories that you've had?
Oh, I have great non-scale victories. So I was recognized as most attended classes for the month of April.
That's
at my
badass.
school.
That's badass.
That's happened 2 months in a row. So I go to class. I attend the most classes. And I'm able to ride my bike to work.
Yeah.
Timely, safely. I feel confident and strong.
Yeah.
So that in itself is a victory.
Yeah.
And I can stand. So I work 2.5 hours a day. I can stand for 2.5 hours a day and not feel fatigued and go to class. I'll go to class before work. I'll go to class after work. And I'm there with my kids, and, I cook in the morning and I clean at night.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah.
That's our day.
Yeah. And you're saying it, having the energy to live life more fulfilled, more purposed, having the energy to move, it's everything. To not feel half dead 2/3 through the day.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to encourage anybody out there to give it a try.
Oh yeah.
One more time. And taekwondo could be the answer.
Taekwondo could be the answer.
Maybe any particular martial arts could be the answer, but taekwondo definitely gets it done, huh?
It's getting it done for me.
That's really cool.
I'm joining a competition team. I'm becoming stronger every day. Small injuries don't distract me or make me feel like giving up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not nervous about the families and parents that are watching from the sidelines, because I'm in every one of their kids' videos and pictures. I'll tell you that.
That's great.
So that's awkward, but I don't care, because I'm in my own world doing my own thing.
Do you have any words of encouragement or advice that you would give to someone considering joining taekwondo, or someone that was in your position, mom with 2 young kids and sort of getting buried by the stress of it all? Like what would be your words that either you could have told yourself earlier, or you would tell someone else to help them kind of move in a better direction?
The words I would tell anybody are the words that were told to me, which really help things click. And I really hope that it's not too general, but stop, take a step back and observe what is going on with you. Observe what's going on with your body, your mind, your environment, and then make your decisions based on those observations. Live in truth, live in reality, and you'll be able to make the best choices you can every single day. And that's just what I'm trying to do.
Man, that's perfect. Oh, you're a stud. All right, I love you, pal.
I love you too.
All right, does anyone want to follow you on social media? Where would they follow you at?
I'm not active on socials right
That's
now.
right, because you're busy living a good life. Fair.
I'm busy living a good life.
That's the best answer possible. All right, that's it. Bye.
Bye.